This program is sponsored by Dave Stahl.
Power on. Power on.
It's time to take your place on the starting grid and get ready for Racer Radio. Your host, Dave Stahl, about to take you for a white-knuckled lap around the motorsports industry, covering everything from top-notch national drivers and crew chiefs right down to your local kid racers and racetracks. Watch for the apex, because here comes Racer Radio with Dave Stahl.
All right, welcome to Racer Radio, FM 96.1, AM 1170.
The answer.
All right, well, we got the racing school teacher in the house today, old number 37, purple dwarf car. She's jonesing for a race, but she got a little bit of a fix this Friday.
Practice at Verona.
Didn't even call me.
Yeah, so I was just too excited. I was focused. I was working on staying focused.
About time.
They announced on Tuesday. My car was set up on Wednesday. Yeah. We were there almost an hour early. Yeah. Even my crew was excited.
And there was no moon.
It was a sliver. They made fun of me. They made fun of me on the way home because I
looked.
No, well,
you're not supposed to look.
It's beautiful out there.
You're not supposed to look at the moon.
After I was done and the car was loaded, it was a beautiful evening. They all know we got a house full of racers today.
So before we get to your guests, how'd you do? I mean, how'd the car feel?
It felt great. It felt great. There were a lot of marbles up on the high side, and so it was a delicate. There were some marbles on the inside, the outside, so just finding that line, it was fun. I tried a bunch of different things.
Cool. Because you were by yourself, right?
Yeah. I was the only one out there. Friday's practice was one car at a time, and on Saturday, they allowed a few more cars, and they announced that ahead of time.
Sure. So
it was great. I was, I said,
no fans, because we want to be socially correct.
No spectators, but the other drivers and crew members. Right. And I met a new dwarf car driver, brand new.
Yeah. Well, who are these folks you got hiding in the house here?
So I am flanked by race car drivers. Any listeners out there, if you've been to Verona Speedway, you've probably seen them. They've been beating up on each other, and they're in the same division. 6 feet to my left, I have Lynn Davis. She's easy to find out there. She's black and purple number 5, and she's usually running up front.
Did you say she's 6'2"? Was that me?
She's 6 feet to my left.
Apart,
I thought I was going to say, she don't look 6'2" to me.
Well, yeah, I actually
looks like she's your
squished
size.
into my car. Yeah, we tried that out after practice.
So Lynn's the racer.
So Lynn, she's easy to find. She's out front in the number 5 purple and black, so if any spectators have been out there. And 6 feet to my right is Wayne Rebello. His car was easy to spot because it was orange front to back, top to bottom, number 36. And he has a theory about where he runs in the pack he might share with us a little later.
Well, let's talk to Lynn first. What is she, 22?
Just about.
22 years old. Mm-hmm. And how long have you been racing, Lynn?
If I'm 22.
You got to get how?
About 10 years now.
You've been racing 10 years. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. What got you into this sport?
My husband had a friend that used to race.
Don't you hate those people that have friends?
Yeah, right.
They're the best.
Here, try this.
Yeah. Did you jump at the chance?
Well, that's where we got the idea. And then we built a car, and he came home today with his car, and I said, "What's this?" And he said, "This is our race car."
What's this?
I said, "Are you kidding me?"
Because you didn't know what it was?
No.
Did you race before you met this guy?
No, never had.
So it's his fault.
And he never had either, but I always wanted to.
And she's a natural. I'm not kidding. She's one to bet on if you're a betting man,
Really?
She's up front every race that I've seen.
Now, what series are you in? Are you in the...
We're in the pure stock.
Okay, yeah, just kind of bet. Well, in the pure... We'll see, she brings in so many dwarf cars. But the pure stock...
There are other divisions.
Yeah, I know. Not in her world. But I bugged her. I said, "Can you find somebody?"
Hey, I'm reaching out to flat track and motocross. I'm reaching out.
So you've been racing 10 years. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And you can't stop smiling, so it must be something you enjoy.
Oh, it's a blast. It's the funnest thing we've ever done.
This is kind of your golf, right?
Yeah, exactly.
To get
your therapy.
It's a disease.
Yeah, it's a total disease. So that's what kind of car? What make, model, and all that?
It's a 84 Cutlass.
Oh boy, you're rolling with the lowrider.
It's the first race car I sat in. I think Rick or Wayne asked, "Would you like to?" And I knew what they were going to say. I was in it before they even finished the sentence. And I got the big grin. My mom has a picture somewhere. You didn't know that, right, Lynn?
No, I didn't know that.
When I first showed up to the track 5 years ago, they're like, "Would you like?" I'm in. And it was her car.
Did you drive it?
No, I just sat in it, and that was enough. Then.
So Wayne, he's 18.
18?
And how long you been racing?
About 12, 13 years.
So what got you into it?
My baby brother, Mike. And we've been around Cajon Speedway as
I was going to say, the
spectators for a
Rebello
long
name
time.
goes way, way, way back.
Yeah, a long time.
I used to sub with Tom McGrath.
Yep.
Once his wife found out that I have a set of pipes, she would drag him off on vacations, and I got to sit in. I was the guy that would yell out there, "If you don't write your name on the roof, I'm not going to announce you." Well, because I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
Tom, he knew you, he knew your dad, he knew your family, he knew how many kids you had, he probably even knew what you had for breakfast. I wasn't that involved. I had a ton of fun. I loved it, and I miss it to this day. And have you always been in, is it pure stock?
Yes, just pure stock. That's where we started, and that's where we're staying.
Well, isn't that really, if you want to go racing, that's the way to go racing.
It's beautiful because you can go down to the wrecking yard. We get all of our parts out of the wrecking
Yeah,
yard. put
and
them
it's
on
not
ourselves.
expensive to race as long as you don't get stupid.
Well, I'd have to differ on that one.
Well, I mean, but,
It is very affordable.
Yeah, I mean, compared
Yes.
to some forms of racing,
Right.
If you go to a modified or even a is that what she wants to do? Oh, even the dwarf cars.
Are you pointing at me?
I know she's getting ready to pull a trigger on a power steering system as we speak.
You guys have power steering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And big fans. Rick and Wayne have like these huge fans to stay cool
in the car or
in
for
the car,
In the
directed
car,
right
yeah.
on them.
just like air conditioning.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, wow, that is amazing.
So you're pure stock. There's street stock,
Pure stock.
and super stock.
Yep.
Correct?
But if I was going to jump into it, I would be in the pure stocks.
Yeah, it's
That's where you would
really
wanna start.
it's really a good class, and I was the kind of guy that used to sit in the stands and always say, "Well, I could do that." Well, guess what? I can't.
No, you can't. That's not true.
It took a while for me.
Well,
It does take a while, but
You're going
Yeah.
fast in the pure stocks. Even I don't know how those other guys, even like Britney, those guys are flying.
oh my gosh, and especially the dwarfs, those guys are crazy.
But they're all fun, right? You find it's like a school teacher. You find your grade,
Right.
and then you're like, oh yeah, this is where I belong.
Right,
I
right.
think with our different
Well, how could you
divisions.
say that? You've only driven one race car.
Well, yeah, I mean, you usually don't start in a dwarf car, but once I did, my heart was so there.
But you're right.
I was
Most
invested.
people start, in something a little slower and a little bigger and a little, but not you.
But when you find it, you find it.
Yeah.
And then maybe you're like, okay, what should I try different or next?
Okay.
But I've never had that conversation. Have you?
no.
Have you
Yeah.
ever wanted to try something
Mostly
different?
because of the money, because it's so expensive.
yeah.
Modified.
Yeah.
A modified?
I would like
Have
to
you
try
been in one?
modified.
No, yeah, actually one. I got to sit in it and make motor noises. That's it. My brother had got it from somebody else, and we were going to build it, but we were just too big
Yeah.
boys to get in it.
Yeah,
Oh, you
well,
could climb.
there's something to be said for that as well.
Yeah.
All right, because I can't let you go without. Who's your sponsor?
Eye catcher signs.
That's it? Mm-hmm. And what color is your car?
Black and purple.
Black and purple. And who's your sponsor?
My little brother Mark at George's Garage, and it's orange number 36.
Okay, very good. So do you just run at Verona, or do you ever go up to Paris?
We've run Paris, Bakersfield,
Oh.
Corona,
Cocopa.
Kukapa,
Cocapa? Paris is stupid
and
fast.
El Centro when they had it.
Oh, yeah, back in the day. Yeah. But Paris, that track's fast.
It's beautiful.
It's
I
a
love
nice.
Did you run up there too?
Yeah.
She's smiling, listeners.
It
She's
was
smiling.
fun. Yeah.
She'd rather be in the car than talk to us. I have a sneaky feeling.
Did you get out on the track? They were all at the practice.
Yeah.
So you guys
No,
got,
not with my car.
You didn't get out?
No, it wouldn't go into low gear, so
Okay.
why not? You couldn't talk it into it?
I couldn't tuck it into it. I didn't want to get out there and be in drive and like,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You're
who's
like,
driving her car?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we don't want to.
We
Yeah,
threw Britney in there.
it's all about the look. We don't want to look good.
Exactly. I threw Lynn in because I
Yeah,
can't ask
got in
many
her
people
car.
to get in my car. You just can't fit. Lynn fit, and then I couldn't get her out. I was looking at Rick going, I think I can't get her out.
Have you got
She
a
kept zooming
crowbar?
around, and I can't get her out. You're going to have to get her one, but I know you are attached to the number 5.
What is this with just letting them sit? I know you should have let her taking it out and whipping around the track.
Well, I was going to take it out onto the track.
Oh, she was driving
except-
around.
I was driving it, except the seat belts she's smaller than I am.
Yeah.
And the wheel was jammed up against the seatbelt. And I thought if I get out on the track and I need to make a turn in a hurry,
Well, and no
I'm
power,
going to be in trouble. It's
and
not
no
my car.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's no power steering either.
Yeah.
let me
No
tell
power
you.
steering, right.
That's amazing.
Yeah. No, I'm protective of my car, but I had to offer it to Lynn.
So you guys jonesing for the season to start up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick's shaking his head back there too.
Yeah, well, he's been ready. You know, is he the one that keeps the glue together? Pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of these guys, they call me Princess Arrive and Drive.
Yeah.
Isn't that the way to do it?
Yes, because they work on my car.
You
They
have-
work on my car. Do you at
She
least
lets
clean
us do
it?
all the
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you talk setup. And
Yeah.
Right here on FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The answer.